The radiant landscape of uptown Philadelphia, as seen from the east shore of the Delaware River. Everyone is in their seats here at the Wells Fargo Center as the 76ers look to grab a win here in Philadelphia. And right now for the Bucks, they'd like to start this road trip off on a positive. Knocked loose, and that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will retain possession. Already it's February. Let's see how the East is matching up. You look at Philadelphia. Their season nearly over unless a form of miracle happened. And, of course, Milwaukee right on their heels and with their sights set on gaining ground.
Well, right now for the Bucks, they've tried to get their season turned around, and nothing has clicked so far.
Isn't it funny, Clark? I mean, sometimes the chemistry just doesn't work for a team, and even though the talent looks like it's there to have a good team, it just doesn't work. And for this club, that's exactly what's happened.
Here's Mr. Clutch, guarded by Mayo. Here's Mr. Clutch. No good.
Well, I think Larry Sanders is one of the most improved players in the league, guys. I don't know where you stand on it, but, you know, he led the league in ejections, too, with 5. He's got the control and manages emotions a little better.
That rebound and the follow kind of typify what he's all about. Just gritty, determined play.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Well, not the best statistic for him. I mean, his performance at the line, of course, very low numbers.
And I know he's got to be upset at himself for shooting so poorly at the line. So I would think he'll be doing everything he can to bring those numbers up.
And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. Back to Sanders, he said he's taking steps to keep his composure, not getting to other players and feel the wrath of officials. Those technicals were piling up.
Well, Kevin, he's already made some nice strides in his approach to the game, just eating right, getting to the gym early. You know, you really have to learn how to become a professional, and I think Sanders has made that next step.
And Sessions kicks to Sanders. Here's Mr. Clutch, defended by Gordon. Mr. Clutch, the pass to Richardson. The 76ers again can't hit it.
He's been trying to add that mid-range shot to his arsenal, but it still isn't there.
Now here's Sessions. 11 points for him in that last game against Indiana. To the middle, here's Sanders. The shot's good. Sessions making him pay. Sanders has got his second basket of the night. Fires the 3, and he nails the 3. Nice shot from beyond the arc there from Mr. Clutch.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
We'll go to Doris Burke, who spoke with head coach Larry Drew.
Thank you, Kevin. Yes, I spoke to him about the game plan coming into this matchup and addressed the quality shot blocking they'll have to overcome. He said, listen, that can be a factor, psychologically as well as physically. The key for us is just to play unselfishly. Draw the help, kick to the open man. If we execute our offense, we'll be fine. Guys?
Thanks for the report, Doris. Guys, what do you do to spread this defense out?
Well, I think you've got to come at them with a variety of offensive looks. Try to keep them guessing, keep their rotations a little bit off rhythm.
As usual, Steve, you're all over it. You've got to keep switching things up on them so they can't get settled into a defensive rhythm or groove. So give them something they don't expect.
6 on the shot clock. No good on the wing 3.
Things have kind of gone south for him here in the quarter.
And there's a whistle. That goes on Mr. Clutch. That's his first foul of the game. In the bonus, will go to the free throw line. The Bucks shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
Well, to this point of the season, guys, they're knocking down about 76% of their free throws.
And they've made progress in that department from last season going into this one, guys. I mean, the numbers have improved. They're shooting extremely well from the free throw line now.
Shoots from the elbow. Good as the jump shot falls. Mr. Clutch has got 7.
You're going to be waiting a long time if you're waiting for him to miss that when he's that open.
Sessions. Count that one.
They've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball into the paint.
Yeah, they've been the aggressors, Clark, and getting the ball inside into that lane area.
A free And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Here's Mr. Clutch. It's rebounded by Ilyasova. Looking at Philadelphia, they want to turn it around after the loss to Dallas.
Well, you hate to say it, but they showed a lack of heart at the defensive end in losing that game. Just no effort.
You know, I know the fans don't want to hear it, but you're exactly right. There was no energy, no assertiveness, no aggressiveness. The defense was just lifeless. It's not a night that they're going to look back on fondly.
Mr. Clutch, he's in at point guard. He's out there with Elliott Williams. Noel is out there with Richardson. And it's Sims in at the four-man position. That's the group in the game for the 76ers. 1:41 left to play in the first half. Adrian dishes to Gordon. Just 5 to shoot. Adrian kicks to Gordon. Fires from deep. And another 3 for Milwaukee.
Right back at you. They immediately get those 3 points back.
Trading punches, that's how you answer.
Here's Mr. Clutch. He's got 10. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
And he's starting to pick things up here after a tough first quarter.
And some changes here for the Bucks. Michael Beasley, he's checked in for Noel. And it's Anderson in for Williams. Gordon off a pick from Adrian. And here's Ilyasova outside. And the shot is good. Ilyasova's got the lead up to 10 now for Milwaukee. There's the screen. Here's Mr. Clutch. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Milwaukee is gone 7 of 11 from deep tonight, using the three-pointer to their advantage. Here's Gordon. And another basket for Milwaukee.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Here's Mr. Clutch. He's covered by Sessions. Here's Mr. Clutch. Cans it from downtown. Mr. Clutch has got a pair of triples in the second now for the 76ers. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Ilyasova. It's hauled in by the 76ers. They traveled to Milwaukee last time they faced the Bucks, and they came away with the win.
Tell you what, the way they shot the ball that game, Kevin, it looked like a shoot-around out there.
It sure did, and all the more impressive because they did it on the road. You're not supposed to be able to get that hot in an opponent's building.
And so we wrap up the first.
Thank you, Kevin. Coach Drew, I know you like to talk an awful lot.
Now, presented by Sprint. Now let's go straight to the Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
The second half. And the Bucks with possession here. Defeated by the Pacers in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
Well, with the number of turnovers they had in that game, guys, it was going to be an uphill battle all the way.
Well, especially, Steve, when you couple the turnovers with the soft defense they were playing. I mean, that's a bad combination. Turning it over and then not defending.
And Milwaukee looking at who they've got. Udo out there with John Henson. Then there's Ramon Sessions. Then it's Jeff Adrian. And it's Knight in at the 2 spot.
You know, when he's got that kind of a height advantage on the defender, it's just too easy for him to rise up and get the shot off.
Sessions with it. Now defended by Mr. Clutch. And Sessions kicks to Adrian. Pass to Knight. Unloads. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
You know, in Larry Drew's case, it was a bit of an unusual situation once the season concluded. He was in the final year of his deal. The Hawks said we'll interview other candidates and left him free to interview for other head coaching positions, and he landed in Milwaukee.
And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for Milwaukee.
Their defense has been outstanding, Kevin, closing out on shots, blocking a lot of them as well.
Another part of their game that's made a difference tonight is all the second chance points they've been able to get.
Ilyasova, he's checked in for the Bucks. Mayo comes in for Jeff Adrian. Well, Stephen, back to Coach Drew, of course, he ended up signing with the Bucks.
Well, that was an interesting move for him to go from Atlanta to Milwaukee. You know, the Hawks were one of the better defensive teams in the league last year. I think that's what the Bucks saw in Drew. And that's the idea for him to really help this team get the most out of its players, particularly defensively.
All the defender had to do there was just stay close to him, and he did.
Bucks leading by 8. From deep, Ilyasova. Rebounded by Jackson. Jackson's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. No good from Mr. Clutch.
It just hasn't been a very good day for him, guys. They need him to start burying some of those.
Now, here is Knight, guarded closely. Passes to Ilyasova. Udo. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Jackson's got his 7th rebound here tonight. They'll be hosting Orlando for the next one. And they've been enjoying this long homestand. That will be game and a great show through 3 quarters. As we enter the 4th, who will carry the day? And as we end the 3rd quarter, a great game. Both teams playing well. In a moment now to check out our State Farm assist of the game, and what a pass it was by a talented point guard.
Well, this is what he does. This is the kind of plays he's known for, Kevin.
The Bucks shooting 43% for the game. Mr. Clutch in at point guard. Richardson out there with Young. Then it's Carter Williams, and it's Noel in at the 5 spot. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. The 76ers trail by 6. Here's Mr. Clutch. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. Mayo, and so he's picked up his final foul, and he will sit for the rest of this game. And the Bucks making a change here. Pachulia's checked in. Second free throw, no good.
I didn't expect that result when he stepped up there. I'll bet he didn't either. As good a foul shooter as he is.
Gordon, the pass tonight. Rejected by Noel. Pachulia, good. Philadelphia has gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight, 5 of 12. And that one's good. 22 points for Mr. Clutch. Bucks leading by 6. Picked away. And now Philadelphia on the break. Here's Carter Williams. Gordon with the defensive effort.
You see the defenders get out of his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the bucket, but not that time.
Knight dishes to Gordon. Pass to Ilyasova. Back to Gordon. Launches it. But they get it back.
Multiple possessions have been the story of the game, and even with the big lead, this team continues to be quicker to the ball.
A moment to see how the schedule is looking for Philadelphia. They'll be hosting Orlando for the next one, and that'll be the 4th of this 5-game homestand.
Well, I know I'll be looking out for the final score in that Wizards game. Should be a close one.
You know, you look at Zaza Pachulia, and he's a guy I think that's underrated. He can really score around the basket. He knows how to use his body in a physical manner, and he can step out and knock it down from 15 feet, too. No luck for him this half after being outstanding from outside the arc in the first half.
And even 3-on-3 break. Here's Mr. Clutch. He's covered by Pachulia. Mr. Clutch, and he gets the bucket. Mr. Clutch has got 24 points. Back to Pachulia, originally from the Republic of Georgia in Eastern Europe, and has played most of his career in Atlanta, Georgia.
You know, probably a little different. Atlanta.
It is, Steve. It is a lot different, actually, than the Republic of Georgia.
Just a little.
Yes.
But he's really solidified his place in the league. Tough. He throws his weight around, draws fouls. All the things you like in a backup center. Another strong rebound, just like we've gotten used to seeing from them today.
Yeah, 1 or 2 more of those, and this lead will be double digits.
And the shot is good. The Bucks lead has been cut down to 4 points. The basket there from Mr. Clutch. For Milwaukee, they've gone just 33% from the field in the 4th quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. Pachulia off a pick from Sanders. Now the feed to Ilyasova. 6 to shoot. A look from Gordon. And that one's on target from the wing. And the Bucks lead by 6. 76ers have gone 3 of 5 here in the 4th quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Here's Mr. Clutch. Shot is no good. Great D that time from Brandon Knight. Poke loose. Here's Mr. Clutch. He's guarded by Knight. No good from Mr. Clutch. Milwaukee leading by 6. And it's Gordon, that time on the assist from Sanders. Gordon's got 4 points this quarter.
Gotta love the finger roll up and over the defense.
Got it. Nice one there from Mr. Clutch.
Well, this quarter has gone awfully well for him. It seems like every chance he's gotten, he's pretty much converted.
And so it's the Bucks who come out on top here.